Good evening all your blues, welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV channel. In this video, we'll find out the latest news about Chelsea FC. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update. Chelsea still scouting Anthony Robinson. Last March, it was reported that Chelsea were keen on Anthony Robinson, and it looks like the Fulham man is still of interest to them. According to Give Me Sport, the Blues have continued to keep an eye on Robinson's progress. The same outlet claims that Fulham value the 27-year-old around the £40 million mark, making him more than affordable for a club like Chelsea. He has been a key player for Marco Silva's side this season, helping them to beat Chelsea 2-1 at Stamford Bridge last month. Mohamed Salah is the most informed player in the Premier League, but came up short in Liverpool's 2-2 draw with Fulham. The forward failed to score that day, a rarity for him, and really struggled against Robinson. Robinson's manager, Silva, thought he was unbelievable in that thrilling game at Anfield. Being clear, what a performance from him, Silva was quoted as saying by Fulham's official website after the match. What a performance, brilliant, unbelievable performance from him, and I told him at the end of the game that he has to be really proud. Chelsea eyeing former Tomori. Chelsea have been offered an opportunity to sign AC Milan's Fikayo Tomori in the winter market. That's according to journalist Sasha Tavalieri, and he shares the latest on Chelsea in his column for Sky Sports CH. The centre-back came up through the ranks of Chelsea's academy and failed to cement a place in their senior team. The Blues sent him out on loan to a few clubs before selling him to the Serie A side in 2021. The defender isn't happy with his situation at the San Siro, as he's been limited to 13 minutes from the last 10 league games. Milan sacked Paulo Fonseca and appointed Sergio Conceição as his successor, and several players are unsure about their futures. The 27-year-old is one of them and is asking serious questions about his future at the club. Tomori wants to return to the Premier League in January and has been offered to several clubs, including Chelsea, and isn't a priority for any of them. Tavalieri claims Enzo Moresa's side would only welcome Tomori back if Axel Disasi were to leave next month. Meanwhile, Juventus are keen and are pressing to signing the player, who has a price of around 25 to 30 million euros. Gary Neville praises Chelsea stars' form. Gary Neville has lauded Chelsea midfielder Moises Caicedo for his resurgence in form under new boss Enzo Moresa. The Ecuador international, signed from Brighton for a British record transfer worth £115 million last year, struggled in his first season at Chelsea under Mauricio Pochettino. However, Caicedo has shown significant improvement following the arrival of Moresa and has established himself as a key figure in the Italian system. The 23-year-old has started all 19 games for Chelsea in the league so far this season, with his form earning recognition from both Neville and Jamie Carragher as the Sky Sports pundits put together their teams of the season so far. The former Manchester United fullback, in particular, praised Caicedo for the way in which he bounced back after his difficult start to life at Stamford Bridge. He was fantastic at Brighton. He came to Chelsea and looked awful in a Chelsea shirt, Neville said. That partnership with Enzo Fernandez in midfield just wasn't working at all. But he's been so much better this season, so much more settled. I think when he plays with Romeo Lavia he plays well. Actually, Enzo Fernandez has come back into the team in recent week as well, and he's looking even better with him. He looks like the player that they signed. He's been the outstanding player. Enzo Moresa wants to assess Aaron Anselmo. With the January transfer window open, Enzo Moresa and the club now have a decision to make. Chelsea can keep Anselmo for the rest of the season or loan him. Strasbourg are not an option for the player currently, though, because of the amount of loanees that they already have from Chelsea. Before a decision is made on Anselmo, it looks like Moresa wants to take a look at the former Boca star. According to journalist Simon Phillips, the 44-year-old has told Chelsea he is keen to assess Anselmo before deciding whether he should remain with his group or go out on loan. Sharing what his sources have told him about Anselmo's situation, Phillips wrote on his Substack Cy Phillips Talks Chelsea, Enzo Moresa has said he wants to take a look at him and assess him in training, before a joint decision is made about whether he stays or goes on loan for the second half of the season. Anselmo could perhaps come in to replace Axel Disasi. The Frenchman was poor in the Blues' 2-0 defeat to Ipswich Town, being at fault for the second goal after making a terrible pass, and has been linked with a move away from Stamford Bridge, Boca will be disappointed to see Anselmo go and probably would have liked to have kept him on their books. Their president, former Argentina international Juan Roman Riquelme, thinks very highly of Anselmo. Riquelme has tipped Anselmo to reach the top, saying, "He has developed a lot. With the growth, the head that he has, and the desire to learn that he shows, he is on his way to being a great footballer. He is going to be a player for the national team. He is going to compete with the centre-backs." Chelsea made contract with PSG striker. Chelsea have made contact with French outfit Paris Saint-Germain over a January transfer for striker Kolo Muani as Enzo Moresa looks to add firepower to his Premier League title charge. The Blues boss may be adamant that his side are not contenders to lift the top-flight trophy in his first season in charge, but it has certainly been a positive start to life at Stamford Bridge for the former Leicester City man. Chelsea are already 10 points adrift of league leaders Liverpool, but the acquisition of a new talisman could help close that gap. The report from French outlet Foot Mercato this week claims that Chelsea are to make contact with PSG in the coming days to find out more about the type of transfer the League One club have in mind. Manchester United, AC Milan and RB Leipzig are three other clubs named as potential suitors, but the outlet holds Chelsea as frontrunners for the 26-year-old. Kolo Muani scored 2 goals in PSG's opening 3 league fixtures this term but has gone on to only play a bit part under Luis Enrique. The striker joined the Parisian Giants from Eintracht Frankfurt for around £76 million last year, but has now not been named in the side's matchday squad for the last 3 fixtures. Enrique spoke about the player's situation at the Parc des Princes in December. He said, "I could speak about it, but I won't because my decisions say it all, even if, as I have said, all of my decisions can be changed." PSG are not expected to sell the player in January, so soon after his arrival, but a loan move for the striker seems likely. The French international can play across the front line, and his versatility and experience has piqued the interest of clubs across the continent. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.